Windhoek. And as you can see, that overall index is trading higher today, 0.9%, and that's positive. So that's how many points? 6.63 points up on the day. On the currency front, let's go now to Namibia, where Namane Kalili of FNB will take us through the markets. But actually, we'll be discussing, first of all, the IJG Business Climate Index for October, which is showing some gains. It's climbed to its second highest level in over 2 years, and that was on the back of a weaker currency. Namane, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Excellent. Let's just take a look. I mean, I see all the factors within that index were higher on the month. That's for the whole business climate index. Investment index is up, export index is up, leading indicator is up, as well as the coincident indicator. Just the consumption index is down. Any particular reason why that index was down when everything else went up?
Well, our consumers seem to be struggling quite a bit. We looked at the... Sorry, I can hear the vibration in the background. But anyway, the debt that the consumers are taking at this moment, it's more short term. You're looking at credit cards, you're looking at overdrafts, personal loans, you know, just a quick financing to get them through these troubling times. So they're not exactly buying cars or buying houses at this point in time. So as far as economic overview is concerned, we see this as a bit of a dampener on the sustainability of what is happening on the business side of things.
That was going to be my next question, because I was going to ask you just how sustainable then the recovery that we're seeing in the other sectors is going to be, given the difficulty with consumer spending.
Yes, it will put some pressure on it. We've got to keep in mind that Namibia, basically, we consume what we import and we export what we produce. So generally, your consumers, they don't really have a big impact on our export segment, which is pretty significant if you take in consideration the uranium, the diamonds, the fish that we have at our disposal. So it will probably just slow it down a bit, but I think that the businesses are seeing something that we aren't seeing at this point in time, particularly looking at the festive season. They're probably stocking up. They know their trends and cycles a bit better than we do, and they're probably expecting a bumper festive season, and that's probably why they're just brimming with confidence at this point in time.
Let's talk about the overall index then. That was up to the highest level in over 2 years. What were the biggest pushes, at least, behind that improvement in sentiment?
Investments. The biggest pusher there is your company registrations. Businesses are registering a lot of companies now, interesting businesses coming through. You have a lot of construction going on at the moment. Not only has the data on the how can I put it, building plans approved, is also building plans completed that are up as well. And then also, even though we didn't have any interest rate movements, the interest rate, average interest rate, is down for the month, primarily because the banks are pricing down to try and win clients at this point in time.
Importantly, though, we saw the lead indicator also up, and I suppose that's very important in terms of long-term planning. So we should then be factoring in Namibian growth next year. And can we begin talking about a stronger than expected economic improvement?
I wouldn't necessarily say stronger. We are looking at growth. The figures are hovering about anything between 2 and 3% at this point in time, but it's nothing too significant at this point in time. So there are further estimates that are out on the market at this point in time. Year after next, you're looking at maybe 3, 4, but nothing spectacular.
And finally, that export indicator, Kameme, do you see that as perhaps linked to the weaker currency, and is that likely to continue going forward, given that we have seen many forecasts here in South Africa suggesting that the South African rand is going to be stronger for longer, and therefore that will have an impact on your currency as well, given the link between the two?
Certainly it will, but the one thing that helped the exporters this month, especially on the metal exports, is the prices. The prices were significantly higher. As you know, Namibia is the 4th largest uranium producer, and the uranium price did pretty well during October. It's fallen already, but for October it was pretty good.